Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with Andrew Luck and the Indianapolis Colts. This will be taken in at the 1. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Luck now to throw. He completes this one to Mack. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll try the left side. Barnes. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Throwing is Mariota. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
One-handed. Love the effort. Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a 1st down.
And he'll be the one in the film session. If he said, hey, run that one back, coach. Run that one back. One more time. Let's see that again. And they won't.
8 more times.
They won't. Didn't get much out of it.
The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. This is Dion Lewis now in his 9th NFL season. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They go play action. Mariota. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. Play action. It's locked.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long.
Now a hit and lock. Lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Titans. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, Mariota. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now Lewis here on first down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. One. Here,
On play action, Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. A run by Mack to start the drive. The Super Bowl hero, Malcolm Butler, makes a stop.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. Eluding the pressure right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jayon Brown in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll stay with Lewis here on 1st down. Darius Leonard, last year's leading tackler as a rookie in the NFL, in on the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mariota is going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Barnes. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
The Titans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They run. This is Lewis. Dion Lewis, touchdown Titans. Dion Lewis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. So they went to the ground game on 3rd, hoping to pick up the 1st. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, 3rd down. They don't care that it's 3rd and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
Get ready. Get ready. At their own 19-yard line.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. To throw again on 2nd down. Luck is going to let this one go deep. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Now they'll run with Lewis. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. It's a big play there by Lewis. 48 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Barnes. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Now Lewis. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
58, right over there.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them. Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And you're under a minute to go in the half, the first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. LaShawn Sims with the INT. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot. And that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The Titans on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Mariota to throw it. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. A 33-yarder from the left hash. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start things on first down with Dion Lewis. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. A second down run with Lewis. Oh, and Lewis lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football.
Check 55, Mike.
And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this.
Check.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Caught left side by Hilton. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Rock. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 46. This is Lewis. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Lewis. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Margus Hunt able to take him down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 22.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check. Safe. 36.
They'll run on 1st down. Lewis. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota sets up the screen to Lewis. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will stretch the lead to 3 scores now at 19-0. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives have bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there?
And Luck will be intercepted for a third time. Picked off near the 29. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Taywan Taylor, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point try now for Sacco. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Makes the score Titans 26, Colts nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there for Indy. 44 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval as a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Love to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Lewis. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Play action now. Mariota. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Now the ball comes loose. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Check out. 1, 2, 3.
Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
The seasoned vet out of Penn State, Cameron Wake, in to drop him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Luck. And that is caught. What a catch at the 3-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Colts going on 4th. It's Luck. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still try to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise him and catch him off guard. Instead, you created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
25 yards that time.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's...
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Dion Lewis with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the interception by the Titans D leads to a touchdown. Suckup for the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Next, the score, Titans 33, Colts 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side complete. It's Mack. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Now Luck steps away to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. He was looking for the rookie Paris Campbell, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They'll rifle this one deep right side. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Lucky. General West. 11. 555.
Hey, high 7.
Come on, let's go. Mike 5-5.
They snap it to Locke. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
58.
They'll try the left side. Barnes. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. Right back to him on 1st down. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Mike 58, right there. Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy. Tell me what you got.
Here's Mariota.
Give me some.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Credit that sack to Jabal Sheard.
A 3-yard loss on the play. It's 4th down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Succop's kick is good. And that will push the lead up from 26, and it grows up to 29. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Check out. Red 80. 55 to Mike. They can't hang with us.
On 1st down, it's Locke. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Des Bryant, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game film from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. Buying time to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
How about that scramble by Andrew Luck? Sometimes we forget just how big, strong, and yes, fast Andrew Luck is. When he came out of college at the Combine, shocked everyone, ran a sub-4 840.
And he grew up a big soccer guy over in Europe, so he knows how to use his feet.
That he does, and I think it's helped his legs along the way as well.
And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks and runs. He's able to pick up the first down. To throw his line. He's going to let it fall. And now here is another interception. LaShawn Sims with the INT. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 29.
Following the interception here, Mariota going up top. That's caught inside the 20. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is indeed good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And they were buoyed.